Good morning, students. I'm Gunjan Jain from Bright Scholars Senior Secondary School. Welcome to Digital Learning. Today, I'm back with the fourth session of word processing for class 10th. In the first three sessions, we have covered 7 sessions we have already covered of this chapter. Now proceeding towards the next part, that is here you can see after session 7, we have 4 more sessions, session 8, session 9, session 10 and session 11. So let us start with session number 8, that is inserting graphical objects and illustrations. So in this part of the chapter, that is session 8, we will learn that how different types of graphical objects we can insert in a Word document. A graphical object is required at various places, like we are making a presentation, we are making a Word file which we will use in a presentation and we want to make it more attractive. So we will be requiring different types of graphical objects. So let me show you how. For this, I will take you to Microsoft Word document. Now, in this Microsoft Word document, you can see the various types of graphical objects that we can insert. The first one being the clip art. We will go to Insert tab. Then in the Illustrations group, we have the option of clip art. When we click on clip art, here on the right hand side, you will see this type of box. Now whatever you want to search, that you can type over here and then you can click on go button. Now see, I have typed school, so it is showing me some of the objects related to school. Wherever is your cursor position and you will click on any of this clip art, that clip art will be inserted at your current cursor position. Right? Is that clear? So this is how we insert a clip art. Suppose I'm writing a document and I want the logo of my school to be inserted. So what I will do, I will go to insert. Then first of all, I've told you the clip art. Now I'm telling you the picture. So I'll go to picture and I will search for that picture on my computer. Now I want the logo. So this way a logo has also been inserted on the screen. So this is how we insert the clip arts and the pictures. The difference between the two is that clip art are the ready-made pictures which are stored in your document along with the office suite, and picture is the any picture that you have saved in your computer. Maybe you have imported through camera or you have downloaded something from the internet. All of these are called as pictures. So these are two types of graphical objects that we have inserted on the document. Now the next thing that I would like to tell you is, I'll show you. See, we have just now learned that how we can insert the clip art. There are some of the sites like openclipart.org, pdclipart.org, clicker.com, freeclipartnow.com, clipart.com. So these are some of the sites which are used for downloading the clip arts, right? So whatever you download from these sites will be saved as a picture on your computer, and by going to the location of that particular folder, you can insert the pictures in the document. Now proceeding towards, see, I've shown you how you can insert the clip art. Now next session is using text wrapping. Now what is text wrapping? That I'm going to tell you now. Back to my Word document. See, this is the picture and I want to write some text along with it. Suppose I'm writing Bright Scholar Senior Secondary School. Now, if I want to place this on somewhere in between, see, it is moving, but exactly if I want to keep it somewhere, it will not go. The picture that we insert is not movable as per our requirement. right? So for that, what we can do is we can use the text wrapping feature. See, we will click on the picture, then we will go to the format tab, and here we have the option of text wrapping. Now, in text wrapping, we have various options like inline with square, square, tight, behind text, in front of text, top and bottom, through. Suppose I'm making it behind text. Now, the picture goes in the background and the text comes in the front. Similarly, I can choose in front of text. Now the picture is hiding the text. Then I can also choose other options like tight. Now when it is tight, the text will come around the picture. Nothing will be hidden behind the picture. Similarly, we can use square. It will not show you any difference since the text is small. Now I'll show you by inserting some more text. See, I have some more text now and I'm bringing it over here. Now, right now, you can see the text wrapping is square. Now, if I make it tight, in front of text, then behind text, then top and bottom, the text will be on the top and bottom of the picture, then through, then we also have added wrap points. See, this is very exciting. When we click on edit wrap points, we can put it like this and the text will adjust accordingly. So this is how we can edit the wrap points. So this was the text wrapping feature, and what it is used for? It is used for, tell me, okay, since you cannot tell, I will tell you. What is text wrapping used for? Text wrapping is a feature in Microsoft Word and it is used for placing the picture and the text along with each other in a proper manner. So this was how we can insert the picture and how we can do the text wrapping of the picture. Now the next part is inserting objects. What are objects? Any idea what are the objects? No. I will tell you how, what are the objects. Now see, suppose I'm removing it right now and I have some text over here. Now I want, suppose I have already made some text and I want to insert it over here, right? So I can insert it as an object. We will go to insert, then here we have the option of object in the text group. We will click on object, then we will click on create from file, and then we will browse for some of the file. Suppose I'm taking this Ramayana quiz, insert. Now while inserting, we have an option of link to file and display as icon. I'm clicking on link to file, right? And then I'll click on OK. Now see, this Ramayana quiz, I'll show you like this. This Ramayana quiz is also added over here. Okay? It was a separate Microsoft Word document which I have added over here, right? As an object. The object becomes the part of the document. As you have noticed, I have clicked on link. Yes, I have clicked on link while inserting it. What happens when we insert it as a link? See, when we insert it as a link, it becomes the part of the document. See, when we insert it as a link, there are two ways in which we can insert an object. One is as a link, other is without a link. When we insert it as a link, the object that we have inserted will be updated if we make any change in the source. Like I have inserted Ramayana quiz over here, and when I make changes in the document Ramayana quiz and I open this file of mine, the changes will be shown in Ramayana quiz also, right? Am I clear? The changes will be shown, whatever changes I have made in Ramayana quiz, that will be shown in my document also. But when I don't insert it as a link, whatever it was as on date at that time, whatever it was, the same will remain on my screen. See, uh, since it was inserted as a link, when I will make changes in this, automatically the changes will be reflected on this document also. But when I don't insert it as a link, as on date, whatever I have insert, it will remain the same. Okay? So there are two ways. One is called as object linking, other is called as object embedding. So what I have done just now is object linking, and if I would not have clicked on a link, then it is called as object embedding. Okay, so this is a very important concept of object linking and embedding. Right now, see, now there are some important points that are to be noted for object linking and embedding. The first one is the embedded object cannot be printed. As I've inserted the object in my Word file, that object cannot be printed. Then the person opening your document must have the relevant software loaded on their computer to operate the embedded file. As I've embedded a Word file over here, so a person who is opening my Word file should also have Microsoft Word in their computer so that he can see whatever the object I have embedded in my file. If he do not have Word on his system, then he will not be able to see the embedded file. Then, if you embed an object, the size of your document increases significantly, and this may cause problem in emailing the document. Since we have attached a file, one file into the other file, it increases the size of my file. And if I will email it, as you know that there's a limit to the email attachment, it cannot be more than 25 MB. So when I will email it, I may face a problem if I am embedding an object into my file. And the fourth point is, if you link an object, the person opening the document must have the direct connection to the original file location of the object. Means if I have just now inserted the Ramayana quiz in my document, so if I'm sharing this document with someone, I have to share both the files, this file which I've created just now and also the Ramayana quiz. Then only he will be able to see it as a part of my document. Right? So this was all about object linking and embedding. The last point is inserting shapes and symbols and special characters. See, I'll show you now. Now, while working in the document, sometimes we need to insert some shapes in it. So for that, we will go to insert and then we will click on shapes. Now in shapes, we have different categories. The first one is recently used shapes. So first one starts from here, lines. There are various types of lines that we can insert from here. Like I'm choosing double-headed arrow. So I can make a double-headed arrow over here. Then similarly, we have other options like basic shapes. There are some ready-made shapes like triangle, pentagon, rectangle, hexagon, parallelogram, heart, smiley. So these are some ready-made shapes that we can use from this category. Then we also have inside the same, we have block arrows. There are various types of arrows that can be inserted from this category. Then we have various flowchart symbols. Whatever symbols are required while making the flowchart are available in the flowchart category. Then after that we have callouts. Callouts you must have seen in the comics. It is used to show that whatever some person is speaking. Like I want to show that the smiley is thinking something or speaking something. So I can write it inside this smile, inside this callout. Then next we have stars and banners. Whenever we want to write something in a decorative way, we can use stars and banners for it. So these are various shapes that can be inserted by going to insert, and then from illustration groups we can choose shapes. Then besides shapes, sometimes we are required to type some symbols which are not there on our keyboard. Like I want to put a sign which is not there on my keyboard. So for that, I'll go to insert and then I will click on symbols. We'll go to symbols and then we will click on more symbols. Now here we will find various symbols as we type various symbols on WhatsApp, right? While typing, we use various emoticons, or we use various symbols like uh, thumbs up, thumbs down, arrows. Then we use smileys. So these are various symbols that we can use, which are not there on the keyboard. Suppose I want to insert the symbol of mouse. So I'm clicking on the mouse and then clicking insert and then close. So wherever is my current cursor position, I can see the mouse over there, right? Similarly, we have lots and lots of symbols that can be inserted. Suppose I want to write the phone number. So I've taken the symbol of phone number and then I can write the phone number, right? So these are various symbols which are available in the symbols group under the insert tab, and it consists of various symbols which are not there on the keyboard, right? So with this, inserting shape symbols and special characters, this all we have learned just now. See, this is an example. They have used the flowchart shapes to make this flowchart. So with this, we have come to the end of our chapter. In 4 sessions, I have completed all the 4 chapters. Now after this, I will again give you one more lab activity. I'll show you. See, this is the lab activity, inserting clip art, picture, objects, shapes, symbols, and characters. So in this, I've given the example to create a poster for annual event of your school. Like we design an advertisement. Whenever there's an annual event of the school, we design an advertisement. Similarly, you can also design a poster, not only on annual event, it can be on anything. You can choose any topic like Corona, you can choose, or you can choose pollution. You can choose save trees, any topic you can choose, and using the various features which I have taught you today, like clip art, pictures, shapes, symbols, objects, all these features you have to design a single page poster in Microsoft Word, right? So with this, we come to the end of the chapter. Your homework is to do this lab activity 4 in your practical file, and then thereafter you have to practice it. Fine. Thank you. Have a nice day.